How much are you willing to expend on your feast? Well, that's not an issue you worry about if your feast has one of the most luxurious components in the world. But if you are curious to know about it, make sure to watch this video till the end. Here we begin. Number 5. Iranian Pistachios, $120 to $160 per kilograms. Iranian pistachios can amount to you anywhere between $120 to $160 a kilogram. Quite a costly courtship for a normal meal, isn't it? But let me tell you that Iranian pistachios are prominent, and these are popular around the globe. This is mainly because of their meaty composition and richer nutty flavor. If you lived 40 to 50 years ago, you would recognize the red-dyed Persian smiling pistachios that swept the U.S. during the 1970s. Here, what happened is that American importers recognized that dyeing the nuts would make them more impressive, and in turn, would longer dye them. But nowadays, Iranian pistachios are no longer dyed red, but the validity persists that they are the prime option in the market. Let's talk about its quality and why it is so costly. The quality of Iranian pistachios is because of various local and natural characteristics. Local characteristics include fertile soil, average cold, suitable climate, rainy winters, and sunny spring and summer days. Do you think about the most desirable weather conditions? Well, long sunny days of spring and summer provide the kernel sufficient time to comprehend as many nutrients from the leaves and soil as apparent. Now let's go to the biological factors. For biological factors, Iranian pistachios have more unsaturated fats. For your information, unsaturated fats are healthy fats. This means these expensive food ingredients are healthy, isn't it? More unsaturated fats prepare the Iranian pistachios to be tasty and healthful. It also boosts their capacity to be roasted at higher temperatures, known as roastability. Higher temperatures disclose the flavor and aroma of Iranian pistachios. Iranian suppliers have permits for a vibrant natural reservoir of pistachios. This facilitates them to find pistachios with greatly adequate seasonings and compositions for almost any goal. For instance, ice creams taste better with more crunchy pistachios, and gourmet sustenances require a category of pistachio with a soft texture. You require a pistachio category with more fat quantity to produce oily pistachio paste. Number 4. Matsutake Mushroom, 2,000 per kilograms. If you love to eat mushrooms, then you can try this Matsutake mushroom. These Matsutake mushrooms are grown in Japan and come with a spicy flavor. These can be bought for as much as $2,000 per kilogram. So you can say that Matsutake mushrooms, the highly prized autumnal goodie worshipped by fine restaurants in Japan, are the world's most costly mushrooms. Their price is moreover growing season by season. Why? It is because their disappearing environment in Japan implies the price is rising. The Matsutake mushroom, nearly relevant to the Tricholoma magnivelum ray established in the Pacific Northwest, has a long and storied past in Japan and South Korea. Spoken in a 7th century assortment of Japanese poetry, Manyoshu, the tasty fungus has been appreciated by citizens of the cities of Kyoto and Nara for over 1,000 years. Not only as a food ingredient, but the Matsutake mushroom was frequently provided as a blessing by society and even units of the imperial family. Mentioning the modification of the season, the brown-scaled Matsutake mushroom has, over centuries, evolved into a powerful character of Japanese civilization. People frequently use phrases like spicy or cinnamon to interpret their flavor. They are very raw and can overpower the zest of other mushrooms or components in a dish. They also have quite a piney remark to them, which is unsurprising provided that they generally mature beneath pine dung. The Japanese Matsutake mushroom is of course an extraordinary delicacy that can barely be found in the red pine forests of the nation. Pine mushrooms have a symbiotic relationship with the roots of specific pine and coniferous trees. The approximately pertained Matsutake mushroom of North America can be found relatively effortlessly in pine forests at altitudes. The Matsutake mushroom can be specified by its spicy, organic aroma. They are white with brown tints that could look ancient or grubby. Number 3. Edible gold, $23,000 per kilograms. If you speculated gold was only to wear, you haven't attempted those overpriced ice creams coated with edible gold, isn't it? Priced at about $70 to $80 for a few grams, edible gold has to be one of the most outstanding and valuable ingredients. The very impression of eating gold leaves or flakes might whistle like an expensive royal event, but you would be astonished to recognize that consuming gold extracts is not just an exquisite conspiracy. Still, it is understood that this super expensive metal has some wonderful health advantages, and that's what gives rise to it being the greatly expensive food additive around the world. From sushis wrapped with gold layering to factual sweets fulfilled with gold vark, to an outstanding douche burger garnished with gold flakes. The affection for foods with edible gold has a various fan bases, and it is clearly a classy event. But is it stable to eat? And what makes it so extraordinary? Are you thinking about whether edible gold is safe? Gold has been used in therapies, dentistry, and as a food decor component since historical times. Scientifically, gold is inert and doesn't cease to function handily. In truth, according to specialists, pure edible gold doesn't break down and crumble in the bloodstream. Thus, it is tossed out of the body as a junk product. Still, there's not much talk about edible gold, and a lot relies on the amount of edible gold eaten. The European Food Safety Administration, EFSA, has ratified gold E175 as a food supplement for consumption. It is deemed a gold coloring that specializes like any other food coloring and additive. What are its health benefits? Some people speculate that eating gold has health advantages, while others understand it's all publicity. Its simplicity and energy statuses. The beauty enterprise also prices it highly for several skincare routines. But what does science explain? Eating gold was a criterion in the 19th century for dealing with depression, migraine, and the immune system. For many years, Indian Ayurveda has utilized gold ash for dealing with infertility, while few small-scale scientific studies have benefited these assertions for gold and some other valuable metals. There's nothing definite yet. Number 2. White Alba truffle, $118,000 per kilograms. Found in the wildernesses of northern Italy at the root of oak trees, the white truffle is planted primarily in winters and is recognized for its nutty, musty aroma. They are adequately utilized as a garnish in pasta, risotto, and scrambled eggs, and are comprehended to have sold for $10,000 a pound. So what exactly are they? Truffles are tubers that rise a few inches underground. They grow near the roots of hardwood trees like oaks, chestnuts, and hazelnuts. While all truffles are deeply rated, the white truffle from Alba, a particular species called tuber magnatum, is vastly desired for its extraordinary aroma. In addition, they have a knobby pattern, firm flesh, and creamy golden color. Alba white truffle, also recognized by its scientific name tuber magnatum pico, is the rarest and most coveted of all truffles. As you know now, it is a wild truffle, hardly prospering as Mother Nature discerns reasonable moist soil at the bottom of lindens, willows, oaks, and poplars. The Alba white truffle is primarily found in northern Italy, around the city of Alba, in the Piedmont region. It can furthermore be found in minor abundances in France. Number 1. Caviar, $180,000 per kilograms. A popular portion of gourmet cuisine, caviar is a category of seafood arriving from the function of an extraordinary fish called sturgeon. But do you have any idea about it? Well, it is a variety of salty and sweet seasonings and blazes of buttery flavoring liquid. Caviar is commonly utilized as a garnish, and you can watch it across several delicacies at high-end diners, dabbled, glancing like tiny egg-like spongy balls. China is asserted to be one of the largest caviar creators, and its normal expense is about $180,000 per kilo. So how is caviar harvested? The biggest quality caviar arrives from eggs farmed as the females prepare to spawn. In the wild, sturgeon are grabbed as they stride from saltwater to fresh tributaries to spread their eggs. In fish plantations, sturgeon will be regulated through ultrasound to infer when their eggs are prepared for harvesting. Being sure of the size of the fish, a sturgeon can lay various million eggs at once. What are the characteristics of caviar? Every category of caviar has its unusual dispositions, from coloring to flavor. Let me give you an instance. Beluga caviar is soft and buttery, with a nutty seasoning that's near to hazelnut. Glowing caviar eggs vary in hue from pure black to greenish gray. True caviar has an outstanding Caspian pop, the egg explosions in the mouth. Have you heard about it? Why is caviar considered a delicacy? Caviar is a biological delicacy. It is a healthy food containing protein, iron, amino acids, and vitamin B12. Every point in obtaining caviar for the customer is a fraction of a delicate, time, and labor-intensive procedure. The need for substantial sturgeon caviar is constantly more enormous than the supply. So, that's all for today. What do you think about it? Let me know in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe and smash the bell icon to get more uploads like this. Until we meet again, take care.